there, I am Sharon Rose. Welcome to the Mindful Space, where we discuss personal growth and how to navigate challenges with a positive mindset. So today I wanted to discuss why do some women or young ladies showcase their worth through material possessions? So I ask this because I have noticed, whether it is online or read articles of women expressing how they sometimes feel disheartened and at times depressive if they see their fellow peers achieving their goals, getting, the cars, the house, the whatever it is that they have achieved. And when they reflect towards their lives and notice that they have not achieved whatever level of success they deem is to them, it completely shatters them. So I would like to discuss what those reasons might be, or contributions that might, trickle down to how women sometimes feel or attach themselves to such feelings. And so I thought it is society. The society that we live in sometimes places value on external markers of success. So, such as wealth, status, and of course, possessions. So, these pressures can influence individuals to seek validations through materialistic means, right? And in certain cultures or communities, there may be an emphasis on material wealth or achievements as a symbol of success and worth. So, this cultural conditioning can shape individuals' behaviors and values. Or think about personal insecurities. Some individuals may feel insecure about their self-worth or abilities, leading them to think or seek validation through external accomplishments or possessions. So, materialistic displays may serve as a way to compensate for underlying feelings of inadequacy. So, think about that person who might be that one person in let's, for example, say a friend group, right? Who might have these personal insecurities. And within that friend group, there are ladies who have achieved everything that they set out to achieve, right? Or they set their goals to achieve and they have achieved it. The cars, the job, they secured the job, the cars, the apartments, and so forth. And you have that one friend who hasn't quite exactly reached her personal goals. And so, she might perhaps try to kind of fake a certain lifestyle so that she can kind of, rub shoulders or feel better, or, being amongst her peers or her friend group, right? And that's only just her personal insecurity speaking, because it's not as if completely, they haven't achieved anything else in life, but because they haven't achieved that specific goal they set out for themselves and they see their peers or friends achieving those goals, and so it might build a insecurity within them, and they feel, or they might feel, less than, and of course there might be people who desire recognition. Think about it. Some people naturally crave recognition and validation from other people. And so material possessions or achievements can be a visible symbol for success, that kind of, admiration that gives them respect. rather respect from other people. So some people, it's not merely because they have a personal insecurity, but rather they want to be recognized by people. You know, though, that person that, just wants to always rock up with designer clothing, and brands and things like, just so that they can feel recognized by people. And so they put that social pressure on themselves to stand out, or rather place a value in material possessions so that they are recognized by people, which can really be, self-sabotaging in a grander scheme of things, I think. And of course, I think another one can be living in a competitive environment, such as a certain industry or social circle that might be competitive. There may be pressure to outperform others or demonstrate one's worth through actual tangible accomplishments or acquisitions. So, this rush hour, this 9 to 5 industries that we might find ourselves in, sometimes that can be some sort of toxic environment we might find ourselves that's very competitive. I mean, competition, there is a healthy and good competition, right? But there's also a toxic and bad competition that we need to actually be cognizant of. And once you realize you are amongst that toxic competitive environment, rather, then it's important to take necessary steps to remove yourself from such, or not even engage in such an environment. And of course, lastly, I think that having a lack of fulfillment, sometimes people may feel a sense of emptiness or lack of fulfillment within their lives. So in such cases, they may attempt to fill that void by acquiring material possessions or chasing after external markers for success. So you'll see this person just going out of their way. They would do anything. Like I said, these young girls who just aspire to have the soft life, the quick, fast life, and not really putting in the hard work to actually attain those things, I feel as though they might be filling that void to acquire those material possessions and chasing after these flashy cars and these designer brand clothing and wanting to feel successful because they lack a sense of fulfillment. Now, one thing I want to point out is that I know it's important to recognize that each person's motivations and behaviors are complex and multifaceted. Okay, so while displaying materialistic tendencies or highlighting achievements may be one way that one or some individuals express their worth, it's not necessarily an indicator that, their true value or character. It's just, their admiration of hard work and, of course, displaying their materialistic possessions and achievements in a healthy, good light. Okay, so of course, now having had said that and mentioned everything, I think I should then share some general strategies, okay, that women, young ladies, and anyone else that can consider to, cultivate a greater sense of fulfillment in their lives. All right, here we go. So firstly, I think that you should identify your core values. really sit down and reflect on what truly matters to you in life. What are your core values? So align your actions and decisions with those values and provide yourself a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Okay? And then next, I would say set some meaningful goals. Okay? I know it can be all easy and dandy. We hear this all the time. But it's really important. You should establish goals that are meaningful and align with your values. So find what those are or figure out what those are, and then break them down into smaller, achievable steps. And once you have done that, celebrate your progress along the way. It's very important because then that builds, self-character, self-esteem, and your growth, of course. And the next one, I think you should focus on personal growth. So this includes engaging in activities that will promote your personal growth and development. So this can include learning a new skill, pursuing, a new hobby or interest, or engaging in self-reflection and introspection. I think you could do that perhaps, tuning in to the mindful space. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay. And the next one is to embrace authenticity. So I cannot stress this enough. Be true to yourself and embrace your uniqueness. There's no other person like you but you. Okay? So authenticity involves accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, and living in alignment with your true self. That is more important than anything else because this will help ground you. Nothing else will shake you if negativity comes your way. And lastly, seek balance. Okay? Strive for balance in all areas of your life. This will include work, relationships, leisure, personal development. So balancing competing demands can help prevent burnout and promote, overall well-being. All right, so those are my tips to help you improve in your self-development journey. All right. And ultimately, finding fulfillment is a journey. All right. That requires self-awareness, exploration, and an ongoing effort. So it's important to remember that fulfillment looks different for everyone. So it's essential to define what it means to you personally and take the steps that I have mentioned to cultivate you in your own life. All right. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening in, and I look forward to engaging with you in the next upload.